This episode of the Community Workbench podcast is proudly sponsored by yours truly, Matt Noren of Remax Bell Park Realty. For all of your real estate needs, residential and commercial, call me 860-428-6534. Your dreams are my job. Welcome to the Community Workbench. This is Matt Noren and Kyle Morrissey. We are your hosts of the #1 podcast in my basement. At the bench, we try to repair the sense of community, so every week we bring you small businesses, entrepreneurs, community leaders, charities, and pretty much whoever we feel like talking to. And today we feel like talking to David Lewis III, owner and operator of Lewis Electric. If you need his phone number, it's 774-230-9515. And David, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Welcome to the bench.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I just want to let everybody know that you are veteran owned and operated.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, awesome. Electrical, we went to high school. You took electrical, I took architectural. After that, what happened?
Yeah, I actually graduated not even wanting to do electrical.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I wanted to be a cop, state trooper. Joined the military for that reason. Military police. Did it for 8 years in the Army National Guard. One tour. Got out, tried to be a Connecticut state trooper, but I didn't make the cut.
Okay.
And decided to get back into electrical. So
Nice.
started the whole process over, all the hours after work, schooling, night classes.
Did like your education from Ellis lapse?
Yeah, did.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
I didn't even know that
Plus,
happened.
I was in Mass at the time, so none of the Connecticut hours followed me.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow. So there's no reciprocity? You got to do it all?
not Connecticut, no. Not with Connecticut.
That
Wow.
makes sense, Connecticut, yeah.
But now you have both license in Mass and Connecticut, right?
And New Hampshire, correct.
And New Hampshire.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. So New Hampshire's reciprocated with Mass, so you pay the money and get your license, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how long you been in business?
Since 2017, I decided to go on my own.
Nice.
Yeah, and button heads with my old boss, and decided just take
Yeah.
the chance and quit the next day. Him and I still talk to this day, so it wasn't like too bad of terms. But but he taught me a lot, and decided to go on my own. But yeah, it was scary. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about it. Give us like your day to day and maybe, like what that first leap was, the first day on the job.
Well, I lucked out. I started doing some generator jobs for the city of Worcester with a buddy of mine. I guess I can throw Craig Porter with
Yep.
Cerrito Associates. He helped me out with the first year, and I didn't have that first year blues, so I had some good money in the bank from that, and then it kind of came, word of mouth for the most part. And just kind of went from there.
Yeah,
And I think
snowballed.
I really don't advertise to this day. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. So,
No, this is
Yeah.
not advertising.
but honestly, my mom got me a few jobs through her connections at Home Depot.
Okay.
And I still work with a couple of good contractors. And
Yeah.
I'm a small company. I got me and two guys, and we do mostly residential. We try to dabble in some commercial
Commercial,
stuff, but
yeah.
not a lot. But we'd like to get more. But we actually hooked up with a solar guy out of Massachusetts,
Oh,
not
is it-
Connecticut, not yet.
Wow.
So I pull the license for all that, but I have a solar guy that's real good with all the ins and outs of all the engineering.
Yeah, that's like a whole nother
It
thing,
is.
isn't it?
It
Yeah.
So it's part of. I mean, I technically I can do it because I'm licensed for it, but it really is a totally
So,
different
Yeah.
avenue there. So
Yeah,
same
because
thing
you
with
got to convert DC to AC and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
commercial, similar to residential, just different wiring methods. But yeah, I mean, I have a brother-in-law that does electrical too, so I learn. We help each other a lot on things like that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. What? Wow, you went through quite a bit right away.
Fastest podcast ever.
And thank you, everyone. So you have two guys working for you. You have a couple of trucks I noticed that are lettered up and
Yep.
everything.
Yeah, there's a couple of trucks. One of them usually sits, but it's like a backup, or if we know it's a big job, we'll take all of it, and then somebody can run and get material and things like that. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's just one truck, and
Have you had a lot of work in New Hampshire?
No, one job.
One
Actually, I
job.
got it for that solar guy. We did one job up there, and so far that's it.
Yeah.
So, that was a few years ago now. But
Yeah. It's probably quite a drive.
it's
Depending on what it
45
was.
minutes to the line.
Oh,
It's
really?
really not that bad, yeah. But I don't really
From Connecticut?
yeah, I don't
Very
advertise
much.
up that way, so
Yeah.
it's,
You don't advertise anywhere,
I
right?
don't. I guess not here either.
No.
No, that's good.
You want to come on a show and have people watch? Seems kind of greedy. What else you got there?
Maybe for my notes. Well, I do a lot of my business I relate to my military life. Military it really brings out who you really are deep down, and military made me a better person. Integrity is a big thing of my career, and I expect my workers to be the same way. If they mess up on something, just own it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better just to own it. You know what I
Right,
mean? So I
right.
tell them from day one. So I like to run my business that way. I might not know everything, so I'll be honest with people. Hey, I never done this before, but we would love to do it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a whole heck of a lot now that I haven't done. Besides some big commercial stuff, but again, I only bite off more than I can. I only bite off what I can chew. So,
Right, yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
bid on big jobs. You know what I mean? We have a lot of competitors. We're just trying to make
Yeah.
payroll. You know what I mean? So
I remember being a contractor, and it was like you get some big jobs, like you're putting on a massive addition that's got a weird roof line. It's like, oh, how are we gonna do this? You just one stick at a time, one wall at a time, and you just chip away at it, and then
one of my guys I hired, he went in and out of his own stuff, but finally got him on my payroll. Old buddy of mine. We went to night school together.
oh nice.
Eddie and Edwin Murphy. I don't think he's listening. I think he's.
Probably not.
I think he's out of fear.
It's Labor Day. People are off.
But he comes with a lot of knowledge of mostly commercial, but just a smart guy,
Yeah.
And if we can't, like I said, if we can't figure something out, we're gonna figure it out together and get
Yeah.
it done. So,
Nice.
but yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, I learned a lot through the military. And,
Yeah.
People ask me, do you regret, getting out because I didn't do my 20? And I said, no, I did my time, and it was time to move on
Yeah.
from that.
8 years is a good chunk.
Yeah, and it's people say it's 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. That's not true because we got in my tenure, we did the Boston Marathon protection, we did Logan Airport protection. A lot of stuff happened after 9/11, and that's why I kind of joined.
You were full-time Army, though.
No,
No, you
Army
were.
guy. I mean, it felt like
Oh,
full
wow.
time.
Oh, wow.
Like, 'cause all this
And you
stuff
had a
we-
tour in Germany, too, right?
I did. Yeah, you're right. I did a 4-week tour in Germany.
Oh.
It was my annual training. It got extended by 2 weeks, but no, that was a good time too. Stayed in Vilsec. That's all I can remember from that. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year.
me.
I never really would have even thought that they go abroad to do
Yeah.
trainings. That's wild.
Yeah. We got asked to do it because the Germany active got deployed, like a emergency deployment or something like that.
okay.
So we were on our way to go do it AT, and they asked us to do it. So
Yep. That's super interesting. So, like, you were an MP. Was that consist of writing tickets and?
in Germany,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
I was a cop on the base. In Iraq, I was a prison guard basically for
Oh, okay.
half the time, and the other half the time we did convoy security
Wow.
for the detainees. So
Yeah.
that got kind of exciting. So don't talk about it a lot, but it is what it is. I made it back, so
Thanks for your service.
yeah, appreciate it. Oh man,
Okay. No worries.
something sticky in that.
You want more bourbon? We can pour more.
What bourbon?
Oh, never mind.
But yeah,
So, like, electrical, what is the requirements? It's like hundreds of hours, isn't it?
Oh,
Then
yeah.
there's certain ranks that you gotta achieve.
Yeah, don't quote me, whoever's listening to this. It's 8,000 hours, 8,000
Holy moly.
work hours, which equals about 4.5 years by the time you can sit for your license.
Okay.
I forget the schooling in Mass is different than Connecticut. I forget the numbers. 600? No. Say call it 600 in Mass and a little less in Connecticut.
600 what? Schooling.
Schooling hours,
Okay,
yeah.
schooling
Yep.
hours. Okay. Wow.
But
Do they make you do work hours for both states? Because it's non-reciprocal?
no.
Or that some stuff
I was
transfers?
licensed in Mass first, and then I got grandfathered in since I was a sole proprietor living in Connecticut. So they just let me take
wow.
the test, and I
Oh,
didn't have
cool.
to do an extra hours. But usually, you would have to hold your license in Connecticut for a year before you can sit for your master for your E1 in Connecticut. I don't know why they change the names everywhere, but
Yeah.
They make more money. It's the government.
yeah.
Did going to Ellis Tech electrical, did that help?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
you're kind of like excelling in the classes pretty quickly?
Yeah, I mean, you retain some knowledge from back, 20 years
Yeah.
ago at this point, but it helps. I mean, when I hire kids pre-apprenticeship, I like taking them out of Ellis because they have what I had. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
How much of a head start, if you had done this right out of Ellis, would you have had?
I would be retired right about now. No, I just I'm a few years behind,
Yeah.
but doing my own thing, living my own life.
Right. Just like when you come out of Ellis, do you have so many hours already in to that?
Yes,
Right.
Yeah. That's what
That's what
Yeah,
I mean.
I think that was
Yeah.
It's yeah, we'd have to ask my apprentice.
There's some
There's a few, more than Mass gives you, I believe, but yeah, it's a good chunk of your after your schooling hours. So,
Yeah. Gotcha.
if not all of them, if I think about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's good. So it definitely helps going to a trade school. So
Yeah. That's awesome. Plug to trade schools.
yeah, Ellis Tech.
Yep. Kyle's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Regular school.
Yeah, I went to a regular public school, college prep program. Yeah.
We had college prep courses.
In middle school.
Listen, I don't know what Matt was prepping for. I've seen him make up words numerous times on this podcast.
That's how advanced I am, all right? They don't let you do that in regular school.
No, so I actually did college right after, before I left for basic, if I remember correctly. I forget the year now. I went to Worcester State back then. I went for less than 3 weeks. I ended again into a motorcycle accident. But just those 3 weeks, I felt like I was behind the 8 ball with what they were teaching compared to what we were taught in our trade school. Not that the trade school was not teaching the right things. It's just going from a trade school to like a college. It was different back then. I felt for myself. So
Yeah.
it wasn't. I think it was a microeconomics class, and
Well, that's wildly different than electrical.
yes,
No.
but it was going for my business, like my. business license, so.
yeah.
I was confused.
You think like
I consider myself a smart kid. I don't know, but yeah, it was,
that's 1 out of 3 of us?
I think we were on the same classes.
Got
Matt,
confident.
but yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So Worcester State,
Yeah.
3 hours. You still ride motorcycles? You crazy?
So, BJ just got a couple motorcycles. A
I
friend.
did not know that.
Yeah, and he lets me ride one once in a while. My wife doesn't like it, but it's I miss it. But no,
Yeah.
we
I remember you used to ride a lot.
it's a cruiser now, no more street. So, but
What's the oh, it's one's like when you lay down versus when you're sitting back.
yeah,
I don't know much about bikes.
you never rode a bike.
I
Bicycle.
want to say I rode yours like
My katana probably.
it was like around the cul-de-sac, and you were like, "Get off the bike now!"
That sounds, yeah, that sounds right.
Fun fact: I think I actually have my motorcycle license before my driver's license. I was just talking about this with.
That's
somebody.
not possible.
Yeah, don't quote me. No one's listening, right? So I'm pretty sure I did, but
You came to the right place if you don't want anyone to listen.
but
What does the future hold for this Lewis Electric Company?
oh man, I'm glad I asked. No, all kidding aside. Like I said, it's been going on 7 years, and it's been a roller coaster ride. But I wouldn't change it for anything. taught me more stuff about life, being a man, being a husband, owning property, a house,
Yep.
having employees, and taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And so my goal would be, my apprentices should be licensed, or at least beginning of the year, coming up. So, but then I can, hire another person and have 4 people.
Yeah, an
And,
apprentice for both. Of you.
Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Oh,
Yeah.
We have so many more rules than plumbers or HVAC or anything like that. But,
Really?
Yeah. Don't get me started on that. That's, I guess, electrical's dangerous. But
no.
I hope my guys stay with me. We have a good relationship. I tell them they're as as important of my company as I am,
Yeah.
and they come to work every day, ready to work. Whatever I ask them to do. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So
So if they get licensed, you can hire an apprentice, and now you can kind of
Split a
I
little
can
bit. Double the workload,
Yeah.
because again, I only take in what I know I can get to, and
Right.
within
Right.
a reasonable amount of time. And a lot of people, things come up last minute and they need stuff done, so we don't make sure we get to it.
Yeah.
But we schedule out what we can and do
Right.
what we can when we can.
Like my garage.
Yeah,
We're gonna do my garage.
Yeah.
How many weeks out are you?
a couple at this point. I'm
Couple.
going on vacation
Couple,
in a
that's not
couple
bad.
weeks, so just a short.
Is this the obligatory cruise that you do?
No.
Oh.
It's actually a late anniversary trip for my wife and I.
Nice.
So
Nice.
just a couple days down in Florida. So.
Nice. Oh, and if you had an apprentice, they could continue the work while you're on vacation.
Oh, so I have the 2 guys. They'll take
Nice.
care of stuff for me. So.
Yeah. Nice.
So my guys, keep my guys happy, and they take care of me and take care of them. So we're a big family, well, little family, but yeah. I mean, we go disc golfing together. We take a nice company outing once in a while.
Yeah.
Just a little,
Yeah.
just to get
Yeah.
away from work
Yeah.
every day. You know what I mean?
Lift
So,
them around
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
show them you appreciate them.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
But
So.
yeah, I know, like one of my licensed guy, Eddie, he loves Pokemon. I think I said it wrong. Pokemon.
Correct.
Pokemon.
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
I hope he's
Kyle
listening.
would.
He's selling a lot of his stuff at Spencer Fair, and he talks about it all the time. And I'm like, and not right now, man. I just can't. Like, not right now. It's 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Just give me a minute, will you? So I take a sip of coffee, and then, okay, what do you got? We laugh about it, but I try to be interested in it. You know what I mean? So,
He's probably not listening to us.
If not, if he was listening, he just shut it off.
you coming to work tomorrow, right? Nah, it's a family. We
Yeah.
laugh together, and bad days, good days. So.
Yeah. Well, you have some interesting goals. Like you and your wife are trying to see all 30 ballparks.
Yeah,
the
we
nation.
started that
That's awesome.
years ago. I think we're at 17 right now, under 30.
Wow.
The new thing was going to a new ballpark for opening day. We did that
Oh.
for 3 years in a row, and then next year we're not going to be able to go because we're going to be on a cruise. So,
Oh.
but
What a shame.
honestly, it's all points, man. I'm telling you, get a good Capital One card. A nice plug for Capital One.
You have a business that you charge probably a lot of money on.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's all points.
But that's one of the perks of owning your own business is,
Yeah.
spending money and earning
Oh.
points. It's
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
Got to spend money to make money.
And, certain write-offs.
that's what they tell me.
Yeah.
But I don't make anything here, so.
You don't actually own this.
Am I employed by you?
Do it again when the camera's on.
How do I know when the camera's on? Right?
You don't.
But no, so
What iconic ballparks do you have left?
wish my wife is here.
I told you could bring her.
One of the Chicago ones. We went to the Cubs. So the other one, White Sox.
Yeah.
I think that's still old school there.
Did you ever go to the old Yankee Stadium?
No, she did. I didn't.
She did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so she seemed to like this more than you did.
She went to a few before we got together. But yeah, my favorites are obviously the Red Sox. But San Fran's nice over
Yeah.
the bay. We had fun in Texas. Cincinnati was a good baseball town. St. Louis, the year after they won, we were there for opening day, and that was
Wow.
epic. Yeah, it was a good time. Good baseball town.
Now, are
Really
you a
was.
fair weather fan? So you buy a hat right in the the shop put it
No.
on and just
We collect her pennies, but
pennies.
I usually do a cup, one of those.
The ice cream cup?
No,
Oh.
just with the logo on it.
Oh, just
Like,
like coffee cup.
Yeah,
Nice.
like the plastic one that comes with the 40-ounce Coca-Cola.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh.
I hope.
40 ounces of
I
Coca-Cola. My gosh.
Kyle wouldn't sleep for a week.
Oh, my God.
Diet Cola. Should have a liter of cola, please.
If I wasn't taking a drink, that's what my next words
Oh,
are going to
Farva.
be.
But yeah,
So where do you recruit from?
Ellis.
Just Ellis?
Yeah, I mean, I've only hired a few guys from
Yeah, I
Ellis
guess you-
over the time. Before Ellis, I was doing like roofers that wanted to get out of roofing. They're just good with tools, hammers. You know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
showed up to work.
Jeez.
But they needed the schooling.
Yeah.
Tough to teach them. But other than that, it was
So can you start as an apprentice with no schooling and you teach it and you just build up those hours?
yeah. They have to go to night school. But yeah,
Yeah, you have to be enrolled in a
yeah.
program to be an
Oh,
apprentice.
okay.
Connecticut, you have to be enrolled. Yes, Mass,
Yeah.
you don't. There's no enrollment anywhere.
Oh, really?
Nah, you just
wow.
sign the paper
That
with.
seems
yeah.
pretty dangerous.
No,
Oh,
it's my license on the line. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But, okay.
Like, Bay Path, who knows what they do?
Under David Lewis tutelage, there's no safer place to be.
They teach me too, so
Yeah. Oh, your apprentices teach
Yeah,
you? Oh, good.
all the new
Yeah.
tricks.
Learning's, I'm not much of a teacher, but
We-
I've heard from a lot of teachers that learning is a two-way street. And I
Yeah,
get
it's
that.
oh,
Yeah.
after yeah.
I mean, you've taught me numerous new words, but
What's this one right here?
I should charge you extra.
I thought at some point I'd make money here. Now you're charging me?
Teaching is tough, you know.
This guy dreams big.
Does he?
It is. Teaching is hard. Like, especially when you're on a job and you're trying to
Make
complete
Work,
the job,
yeah.
make money, right? Do it in an efficient time. But at the same time, everything you do, you have to walk through somebody else through the
Oh, yeah.
process. You know?
Yeah. And yeah, like staying a couple of steps ahead of yourself and the other three guys on the job site is like,
Mm-hmm.
can be very stressful.
No.
Yeah. That's why I became a realtor.
That's why I don't want to get too big, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe it gets easier the bigger you get, but I know.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
ha-
it sounds like
yeah.
you got a good crew.
But
so
yeah, we
it's,
had.
delegation is easy when they're competent, you know.
It is, but there's still more responsibility. Like
Right.
like when Ben Young was on, he was saying the same exact thing, right?
Right.
You
Yeah.
hit a point where you're like, okay, this is like my sweet spot, and to go to the next level is like quite a bit more investment to do so. And so,
Yeah, I mean, I went back and forth for almost a year before I hired my other licensed guy. I had my apprentice the whole time, but it was a big step for me to hire a licensed guy. You know,
well, you gotta pay him.
gotta pay him
Yeah.
what the rate is. So
You got to be consistent.
Yeah.
Consistent payroll.
Right.
That's
So
always
now
a
you got to make
huge
money
bill.
to pay him
Workers'
as
comp,
licensed, you as
insurance.
licensed, right?
Yeah. You got to keep the work coming in. Yeah. It's not easy being a business owner, that's
been
for
fun.
sure.
It's fun.
It's fun. Interesting.
But yeah, no. I mean, no electrician ever retires except for my previous boss. He was Worcester firefighter. So he worked.
Must have been union.
No, Worcester firefighter, and then he owned his business and he retired. He works at Disney right now as
So
a
he's-
maintenance electrician. Not maintenance.
So he didn't really.
She never really
So
retired.
he
He
didn't.
never really retires.
But yeah. I know I talk about him a lot though.
You have
miss
talked
him.
about
No,
it.
no, good guy.
I actually remember Mr. Moulin
Yeah.
had retired from Ellis, the electrical teacher,
Yep.
and then he went and taught night classes at
I didn't know that.
Pawtucket Electric for a while.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
pretty sure that's what he was doing for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think some people just can't. I mean,
yeah, you
I
gotta
won't
have
be able-
purpose. You
I
gotta-
won't be able to sit still in retirement. I mean, you probably will. You're like kind of retired now.
I mean, I tried to teach Little League before, and I couldn't teach a bunch of kids baseball.
you
That game I
don't
love.
have children.
I don't. Yeah, I know.
That's wild because you were like the spark plug of Ellis Tech team. Remember, you were always
Oh, for baseball?
yeah, he was always the leadoff,
Yeah.
right? First hitter
Yeah.
for like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Wow.
it was like big deal. Dave,
Did you win the
quite,
championship
quite
or
the
anything?
athletic.
What's that?
Did you win the championship or anything?
Baseball, I don't remember. Soccer, we won 3
Oh, if
state.
you don't remember, then definitely not.
Baseball was harder than soccer. Remember that? In the league that we're
As
in.
far as
Yeah,
competitiveness,
Yeah.
Soccer, we crushed it.
We destroyed 'em.
We did,
Yeah.
did pretty well.
Not to brag.
I don't really have
we have
much context
three-
between you two
yeah,
on the team.
We have
so-
3 regional championships.
Oh, just
Sophomore,
regional,
junior, and senior year, and we made the states. We made the second seed of the states, which is unheard of on this side of the river. So,
That's
especially
true.
for a tech school. So,
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know this was like a high school sports podcast, but okay.
well, hey,
I was going to wear my sweatshirt.
tips for tools coming up. We got we wear our championship sweatshirts. Where we go. It's sad, but it's fun. It's sad, but it's fun.
You enjoy it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I might have an extra one if you want to wear one.
Yeah, I'm good.
Be a poser. That's cool.
Mine turned into a Belichick. It's like 3/4 arm length
Oh, there you go.
from wearing it out.
You have to cut the cuff.
I only take mine out when we go to these events.
I wear mine every Saturday night, dude.
I'd say we're reliving the glory days, but there really wasn't that much glory.
Every day was glory day, man. I had fun.
Is this better than it was? I don't think so.
What do you mean? I don't know. I feel like the last 20 years went by faster than 4 years of high school.
Yes.
Even as much fun as we had in high school.
I think in
I
high
really
school,
don't.
you're like, because you have that urge, like you want to be out of high school, right? It
It
feels
is weird.
slower.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now you want time to stop, and it won't.
Well, I don't know about stop, but
We're getting older. Like,
going
slow
back to
down.
the nights where you could stay out late and just randomly go to a gas station for ice cream and then watch movies all night.
I mean, Mobile does sell Ben and Jerry's.
They have the biggest selection in Brooklyn. Thanks for reminding me. That.
No problem.
Yeah. That's Lewis Electric for it. So you want to play soccer? Or?
You played yesterday.
I did. Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
I'm hurting. Miss it. Good. Only exercise I've had in a while, besides
Yeah.
climbing up down ladders. So sitting down, signing checks.
Yeah, you get carpal tunnel like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But so yeah, if anyone needs an electrician,
Yep. Dave Lewis Electric.
Lewis
There's
Electric.
Lewis Electric, 774-230-9515. Can you rattle that one off on your by heart?
What Lewis Electric?
And the phone number?
You can text or call. That's my text line 774-230-9515.
You like text or call better?
Text leaves a paper trail, so if I forget about it, I remind myself in the morning.
That's true.
So
One little trick
that's
that
some
I
honesty for it, right
Well,
there.
one trick that I do is like if I can't respond right away, I'll actually type something in and then back out of it, and it makes it a draft at the top of the text thing.
Mine doesn't do that.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's better than an Android.
It doesn't have that feature.
I think it does. Actually, the new stuff has a reminder on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use it.
Oh,
It's there.
see, mine set up so like if I don't answer the text, it keeps beeping like every 15 minutes until I answer it.
That sounds really obnoxious.
I don't miss texts, so
Okay.
sometimes you need a little obnoxiousness in your life.
Yeah, I have it. It's sitting right next to me.
I set you up for that one. You're welcome.
Once in a while, a softball. That's all you need.
No.
So,
What else you want to talk about?
I'm really intrigued by your military life. I didn't know you went 8 years. That's
8 years.
That's wild. And it was part time or it felt like
It felt like full time. Like I said, it was 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year for the training. But we felt like we were always doing something. Like there was floods up in North Shore.
where were you based out of?
Oh, you gotta ask. Originally, Chicopee,
Chicopee.
On the
like
middle.
west, like just
Yeah.
past Springfield,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then after Iraq, it was in Reading, like just up 495 corridor.
Why'd they move you? Just
They split us all up. The division got not
gotcha. What platoon or what unit were you in?
yeah, first platoon, second squad. I actually just saw my team leader. He's local still. I've been trying to find my gunner and me. And then one of my good battle buddies. He wasn't in my team. He's from Kentucky. Josh Martin, we went to Cincinnati game together. That's where I went to baseball with him.
wow.
He just came out a few weeks ago. My buddy Adam Layton, he lives in Woodstock. Got to see him recently.
Nice.
So we always talk about meeting up, but we're scattered now that we all
Right,
got older.
yeah.
It's like, New Jersey and all. Somebody I know that lives in, I think, western part of the country. But we always talk about meeting up somewhere, but we
Yeah.
never do.
But it's pretty cool. You still have all those contacts.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
mean, we
kind of your buddies for life kind of thing.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's awesome.
So we went through a lot together. Combat, non-combat, life situations. Being National Guard, we knew each other at home too. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
yeah.
just
So there was a guy from Kentucky, but they must have to live in the area to be part of.
no, he moved out
Yeah,
there. After he was from
He moved.
he's
there.
from Auburn, Mass. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he
out.
moved out there. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty wild. And you did security and military police.
For the most part, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Did you
was
ever jump out of a plane?
Would I?
Did you?
No,
They don't make you do that?
No.
Oh.
you can't. You can sign up for the paratroopers and stuff like that, but I won't jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Yeah? Go to fun skydiving.
My wife wants to.
I couldn't wait to jump out.
I won't do it. I would ride that plane down and hope for the best.
No, it was fun. It was like just glide down.
I don't like roller coasters that much. I don't like rides and stuff, so I don't know if I would actually do any of that stuff.
Yeah. We were just at Six Flags last week. Did the Superman, did all of those. It was
No.
awesome.
I want to call myself chicken, but I just don't feel like dying.
Well, for me, I'm always afraid of getting sick because I get motion sickness real easy. So you what drink? No,
Probably from
I take
drinking.
Dramamine.
Oh.
I didn't drink at the park.
Motion sickness, huh? No.
They did have beer carts everywhere though.
They did, yeah.
Didn't have it.
That's where they make all their money.
Oh, then they didn't make any money off of me.
That's incredibly surprising.
I didn't buy any booze there.
Yeah, I understand though the motion sickness thing.
Yeah.
I pump Dramamine nonstop
Yep.
in those parts.
Yep.
And you hope for the best.
Yep. Really, the most recent was cod fishing, deep sea cod fishing, and they stopped the boat and just rode the current, and we had like 3-foot swells, and that was awful. But otherwise, usually okay with Dramamine.
And one more thing I just thought about, I usually bring it up every time somebody asks me about the military, but in Iraq, we were Toby Keith's bodyguards for the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, when you went out
Yeah,
there.
he did a concert for us on the base, and the whole base platoon watched him. But I always brag that I was his bodyguard.
Yeah,
There's a couple of pictures of me in my Facebook with him, but
nice.
yeah,
Toby
rest in
Keith,
peace. But
rest in peace.
yeah. But he did a lot for the troops and
Yeah, he was out there quite a
all the
couple
time.
of tours.
All the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's-
singing. That's awesome.
Speaking of stadiums, though, there's maybe Ohio State that sing one of his songs now going into the fourth quarter
Oh really?
every time.
The whole
Yeah.
what song?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We put a boot in your.
What's
lit
the
up
name
your
of it?
world like the 4th of July.
Yeah, it might be
American
that.
Soldier.
One. Yeah, it might be American Soldier.
Oh, American Soldiers is different than what I was just
Oh.
trying to sing.
Well, either way.
I was saying the lyrics too.
It was good.
No, you were singing
That's
American
cool.
Soldier.
No. American Soldier. There's bills that I can't pay. That's different song though. I was singing the one that he sang after 9/11, about 9/11. We lit up your world like the 4th of July.
Sound like the same one.
No, one's really upbeat. The other one's a total tearjerker. So
So you sang the downer?
No, I
Oh.
was singing the one that he did after 9/11 about.
Then you weren't very good at that song.
Those are the lyrics. I wasn't really singing it.
I love you, bro. Should do karaoke someday.
No.
Shameless plug. Chubby Dog has karaoke now.
Open
Saturday night.
Open mic
Right,
night. Saturday nights.
Karaoke.
So
Danielson.
karaoke and open mic night. That's
Yeah.
got to get there. I'm sure it's hysterical. And
I would laugh at you the whole time.
well, I wouldn't go up to sing. Maybe I'll write a poem. Once was a guy from Nantucket. Never mind.
I never heard that one, Matt. What's the rest?
You know, I've never heard the rest of it.
Is there a rest of it?
Dave,
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun. It's been an honor. I'm so glad you came down. Glad we made this work.
Yeah.
Sorry we had to cancel on you on the first time.
I'm flexible.
I got sick. You are flexible. If anyone needs
Wasn't doing much on the Labor Day evening with my wife, so just figured I'd come here, hang out with you guys.
nice.
Yeah.
If anyone needs an electrician, hire Lewis Electric, 774-230-9515. Thanks for coming out, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for watching. The Community Workbench podcast family is promoting the Be the One campaign. It was started by the American Legion in efforts to stop veteran suicide. For more details, visit betheone.org. Join us Monday night, September 9th, when we interview Karen Orinsky of Poets at Large. We'll see you next Monday at 6. As always, buy local, hire local, dine local, volunteer local, and donate local. Have great days, everybody.